Harry suddenly discovered that her boyfriend was missing. She quickly got up to look for him. After searching for a long time, she finally found him on top of the cable car. Her boyfriend told everyone that the cable car had been stuck all night without moving. The group started to panic. One by one, they climbed onto the roof of the cable car to check the surroundings. They found that it was desolate all around. The cable car was suspended in midair. They returned to the cabin and found an emergency rope. After some discussion, they decided to lower the lightest member, Charlie. They secured the rope and slowly lowered him. Halfway down, Charlie threw his skateboard ahead of him. As soon as the skateboard hit the ground, it triggered an avalanche. It turned out they were not at the mountain peak, but on top of a huge snowdrift. Charlie was terrified. He quickly shouted for his friends above to pull him back up. But inside the cabin, they couldn't hear him at all. They continued lowering the rope. Seeing this, Charlie had no choice but to climb back up. However, he had barely climbed a few steps before his hand slipped, and he fell. The sudden force pulled Fatty out of the cabin as well. Luckily, Lisa grabbed the rope just in time, but the combined weight was too much for her to hold for long. Seeing the situation, Fatty immediately pulled out a knife and cut the rope. A short while later, he climbed back into the cabin on his own. Harry saw that he had abandoned her boyfriend. She pulled out a knife, ready to fight Fatty, but before she could do anything, she collapsed. It turned out that when the rope snapped, it had cut her thigh. Fatty and Lisa quickly helped stop Harry's bleeding. Suddenly, a helicopter flew towards them. Fatty and Lisa hurried to the roof to call for help, but no matter how much they shouted, there was no response. They watched helplessly as the helicopter flew away. Fatty started blaming Lisa. The two got into an argument. In the chaos, Lisa fell onto the roof hatch. Fatty tried to open it but couldn't move it at all. It seemed that the only way into the cabin was from the side door, but the cable car was hanging in midair. Fatty didn't dare take the risk, so he wanted Harry to do it instead. Harry was terrified and begged him not to make her do it, but Fatty didn't stop. Seeing that she was about to fall off the cable car, Harry suddenly picked up a signal flare, ready to fight for her life, but Fatty was a coward. He refused to confront her head-on. Before long, the signal flare burned out. Fatty finally smirked evilly. He picked up an iron rod from the roof, but he didn't realize it was an important part of the cable car's support structure. To save herself, Harry was forced to let go and fell from the roof. Fortunately, she grabbed onto the railing. Desperate to survive, she moved toward the cabin door. Fatty tried to stop her. Luckily, Harry was agile enough to reach the door. She quickly pulled out the key and unlocked it. Then she scrambled inside. Harry finally let out a sigh of relief, but before she could catch her breath, she heard a noise from the roof. Fatty was prying open the hatch with the iron rod. Harry was terrified. She rushed to stop him. They struggled fiercely. Neither noticed the loosening support structure. Just as Fatty was about to pry open the hatch, the metal frame suddenly gave way. Fatty fell from the roof. Inside the cabin, Harry tumbled down the stairs and hit the ground hard. The impact knocked her unconscious. She had no idea how much time had passed. When she finally regained consciousness, she suddenly heard a noise below the cabin. She turned around in horror. The man who had fallen had climbed back up. Terrified, she backed away, but it was too late.